Hello everyone, welcome to Maddie Study Center. Friends, today we are going to study English 4th Standard lesson second. Before start our lesson, I request all of you to subscribe my channel. Let's start our lesson. Our lesson name is Chapter 2 Aesop Fables. Friends, we are going to discuss this lesson. Fables are short stories that have a moral or message for us, something to learn and keep in mind as we grow up. Most of the fables have animal characters who think and act just like human beings. It is believed that many of the fables were first told by a wise person called Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in a country called Greece. His story became so popular that people passed them on from generation to generation. Many proverbs and sayings that we use today are based on the fables. Here, two well-known fables. Students, fables means a short story with morals and message, which we always give us a life or something information which should we keep in our mind and move forward. And next time we should not do that things which harms us. So we are going to see the first story, first fable in this. It is the stag at the pool. One day a beautiful stag came to a pool of clear water. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. "How handsome I look," he said to himself. "How beautiful are these covering antillaries. How they add to my beauty. How graceful they look." Then he moved nearer and saw his own legs reflected in the pool. He was quite disgusted. "Look at my legs. They are so ugly, all spindly, with small feet. How I wish that nature had given my legs worth of my stately antillaries." As he was wandering in the way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. At the same time, he packed up the scent of antlers. With a quick turn, he bounded away. His legs carried him swiftly into the forest. The hunter were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. Soon the stag left the hunters far behind. Safe and out of the hunter's reach, the stag slowed down. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into the thicket. Thicket means it's a forest, huge forest. Your trees are very nearby. There were trees with strong branches growing close together, and las the same antillaries of which he was proud got caught in the thick growth. The stag tried to shake himself free, but the more he struggled, the more entangled his artillery get into the branches. Once again the stag could hear the hunters drawing close, and he grew afraid. At last, with the great difficulty, he managed to free his artillery and wandered away. I realize now that my ugly feet saved my life. I, s- I was so proud of these handsome antillaries, but they could have been the cause of my death. Very often, we dislike the very things that are most useful to us. So, students, the moral we often to make much of the ornamental and displaces that use. It means we think whatever a body parts, some body parts or somewhere the god is made, but we think that was ugly, but it's not ugly. It is maybe some kind of use. We should not think that whatever is there it's ugly. We are moving to the next lesson. Next in the fable, the dog in the manger. Once a dog was looking for a nice and comfortable place to lay down. He came to the manger of an ox and jumped into the hay to rest. Students, hay means grass, and manger where we tie all the cows and buffaloes. It was a very hot afternoon. After a while, the ox returned from the field. He had worked hard in the hot sun and was quite hungry. He stood in his stall and planning to eat the hay that was put in the manger for him. However, when he reached for the hay, the dog saw him standing in the manger. He began to bark loudly at the ox. Each time the ox came near the hay, the dog sternly and barked and snapped at the ox. He would not allow the ox to eat his hay. Ox are generally peace-loving and patient animals, but finally the ox got upset and spoke firmly. Dog, if you want to share my dinner with me, I would not admit it. But if you either eat their hay nor allow me to enjoy it, it is of no use to you. Then why don't you let me have my favorite food? Don't you begrudge others what you don't enjoy yourself? Friends, students, the moral of this story is the people frequently begrudge something to others that they themselves can't enjoy. Means if they don't like for anything, they tell to other also to don't take it, or you can say others if they like others like the same one, but they don't, you don't also eat. If I'm not eating, and you don't eat also. So this was the moral of the story. So thank you for watching my video. I would thank you, and once again I request you all to subscribe my channel soon to see more videos related English subject or other subject. Thank you.